play money grabber on the SG Tour. Instead of strokes, it's all about the cash. You pick a team of 4 players, 1 from each tier, and scoring is based on the money that your team wins. Your guys missed the cut? No problem, you're still in the game. The SG Tour Golf Gaming app, available on iOS in the App Store. Well, we are on to the Sizzlers this week for the Northern Trust, and we say goodbye to Steve Elkington and hello to Jay Kaplan. It's like he's had one good week with his dark horse picks, and we're giving you more exposure on the show.
One good week. I think I've earned my way up. It's like I earned my way into the playoffs, and you're bringing in one of the hottest prognosticators in the land. So great to be here, Diane.
We say he earned his spot because Jay had picked Roger Sloan as his dark horse at 100-1. Sloaney was out with the 125 entering the week, and after his runner-up finish, losing in a playoff to Kevin Kisner, he's now up to 92nd. Jay, that is a result and a half.
If I keep picking him every week, he's bound to do something.
Well, that's a precursor for what's to come a little bit later on.
and that's right.
So we've given you our top 10 for the Northern Trust, and now we're on to our Sizzlers. Now, our first guy is someone that Elk's been really big on for a long time, and Elk had a little bit of inside knowledge on this guy, and we jumped on him a while ago actually, and he's been performing great. Jonathan Vegas is our first Sizzler. He's sitting at 49 in the FedEx Cup standings right now, and this week Vegas has him at 150-1.
An incredible value for a player that has been playing tremendous golf since the middle of May. T9 at Nelson, T2 at Palmetto, T11 at Deere, 3M was a T2, a 16th and a 15th last weekend. He's gone from 110 in early May in the FedEx Cup rankings to 49th. Just spectacular golf. And I think if you know this guy and you know where he's coming from, I think we've kind of been waiting for him. I mean, the guy's 6'3", 220 pounds, hits it a mile. It was always about his putting. His putting's improved, therefore his scoring's improved, therefore his results improved. It's no surprise that he's on our sizzle list.
We talk about his driving distance, but total driving has improved so much because it was going a little bit wayward. He's dialed it in. He's been working on the accuracy along with that distance, and I mean, he's 40th in total driving. I always think there's such a good correlation with that number and where the guys are sitting for their season, and with Johnny Vegas there definitely is. So at 150-1, he is a fantastic pick for somebody who, with these quadruple points, can make such a charge in these playoffs.
You know he wants to hit that top 30. I mean, I think his goal has to be making it to Atlanta, just like most of these guys. But this guy in particular has to feel really good about his upward trajectory. And 40th in total driving, you already mentioned that, but 35th in green and regulation, 28th, which leads to 28th in par 4 scoring average. This guy is playing out of his mind. It's his best year in his career. No surprise. The only surprise is those Vegas odds. That is strange.
And last week at Sedgefield Country Club, we had said that distance wasn't going to be premium, and it turned out not to be, especially when you see Kevin Kisner as the winner. But this is one of those courses where it is going to be premium, along with accuracy. So hopefully Vegas can thread it all together with his exceptional putting, and it would be brilliant to see him make a jump up into that top 30. Right, our next Sizzler is within the top 30 right now, but we talk about the fact that with the quadruple points, there's a lot of volatility in these playoff rounds. I don't think it's going to be an issue for Corey Connors, especially when you look at that total driving number, and he's at 10 right now on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, this is the next guy that's going to win a major over the next 3 years. I think everybody knows that. If you look at how consistent he's been all season long, he's been in the 30s. He's 27 right now on the FedEx list. He's not playing tremendous golf right now. He's actually cooled off a little bit from April and into May and June. Nothing spectacular. He may not even be the best Canadian in this field, Diane. That's just a hint for what's to come. But his numbers do line up. 10th in total driving, 14th green in regulation, 28th par 4 scoring average. His putting's dropped off a little bit. He's around the 60 mark. Not great. If he sinks putts, he's going to be there. But Elk really talked highly about Corey Connors over the last 2 months. I haven't seen as much as I'd like to see out of this guy. Obviously, he's a guy who could win any weekend. I don't think this will be the weekend. There's something going on with his game. He's at the bottom of the top 30. I feel like Johnny Vegas is on the come up. This guy is in danger of getting out of that top 30, so he needs a good week here.
Okay, 50-1 for Corey Connors. And our third sizzler is someone that I was pushing for this week, only because last week there were so many positives at the Wyndham. They ended with a big negative, like a 4-foot negative, where he missed a putt on the first playoff hole to win the Wyndham Championship. But nonetheless, Adam Scott is a sizzler this week. And Jay, let me give you some reasons why.
Please.
Because you're the stat person and you're going to look at his stats and you're going to rip him to shreds.
That's correct.
Yes. But I'm going to go with this because in 2013, he won on this golf course, this tournament. When it was held here in 2019, he finished 5th. I think this is the kind of course that experience is going to count for a lot, especially those greens. They're really tough. And he played in the President's Cup here in 2017. So I think with that course experience, plus he has to take a lot from the overall performance at the Wyndham. As I say, we're going to forget about that little putt, especially because he made a fantastic climb up the leaderboard on Sunday. Adam Scott is our third sizzler.
He did make a fantastic climb. It actually started Saturday. He shot a 64 and finished with a 65. And I don't know, is it surprising he missed a 4-footer? Not really. Putting's always been his Achilles. But this kind of came out of nowhere. He hasn't shown any progression since Travelers. That was in June, T13. We know this guy at any time can show up at the top of a leaderboard. I don't think this is going to be it this week. You're right. His numbers definitely are borderline terrible. 132 total driving, 122 green and reg. Scrambling if he misses the green, 199 and 132 in par 4 scoring. The only thing that's saving him is his putting average. And of course, we saw what happened at the end yesterday. But if anybody can shake that off and show up ready to go on a course that seems to fit his eye, it's definitely Adam Scott. It won't surprise me. I'm just not expecting it. I kind of feel like we've got 2 sizzlers this week, Corey Connors and Adam Scott. I'm questioning whether they should be there. You're backing them. I guess we'll see here over the course of the week who's correct.
Well, heading into the Wyndham, Adam Scott was floating round about that bubble in the standings, and he's jumped up to 82 with that second place finish. I love a story. This could be a really great story. And making those jumps up, I just think of like Billy Horschel in 2014 when he won the BMW championship and then went on to win the Tour championship. So it could be one of those stories, and I do want to see a story of somebody who climbs from being round about the bubble all the way up and makes it to Eastlake. There's no denying that Adam Scott has the caliber to potentially do that.
Yeah, he definitely has experience on the side, but it's not going to happen. His numbers don't warrant it. You can look for a story all you want, but I'm going to crunch the numbers and I'm going to stay true. His line across here is red and orange, and in our world, those are terrible colors. He had his chance yesterday. He didn't cash in. I don't expect him to be playing next week.
40-1 for Adam Scott. So our three Sizzlers are Adam, Corey Connors at 40-1, and Johnny Vegas at 150-1.